Have you got anything else you want us to think in this episode, or?
Well, yeah, there was an interesting thing, just as you were saying, with all this kind of wisdom and seeing through things, that someone way before Arius said any of this, it was 2 Coptic popes before, had said he kicked him out, Arius, presaging everything, and then said...
Arius had already been kicked out.
Yeah,
right.
And then he was like, you must never let him back in, and basically doesn't really explain why. But the next guy, who's this guy called Heracles, he lets him in, because he's like, well, he wasn't even kicked out for any good reason. And then he dies shortly after letting Arius back in. So that's all happened, and like there's lots of people who still believe in prophecy and stuff in this time, and so they believe, like, this earlier Coptic Pope had prophesied about Arius, and it wasn't heeded, and someone's already died over
Wow. And so then the next Pope, because he let him back in, he gets killed, like the Lord judges him. So, wow, so that adds a whole nother layer to it, that there's an earlier Coptic Pope who, like, given a word of knowledge from the Spirit, do not let this Arius guy in, he's a catastrophe. And it might be that he genuinely didn't even know why to kick him out. He's just kicking him out because the Spirit had told him to. Maybe gave him a dream like Joseph or something.
Yeah. So there's stuff like that, and there's other, like, people who were recorded having literally dreams about Arius before he's even born sometimes.
Wow!
Because his name, Arius, it's like a Berber name that means lion. And so some people even see some, where it's like a roaring lion and all of that. And like, it is that particular word evokes, because it's a homophone, isn't it? Or onomatopoeic, where it's like, is what a roaring lion says. So Arius, he's got this name. When you read these things about watching out for a roaring lion in the Bible, loads of people at the time thought, is that literally a prophecy about Arius?
Wow, he is the Arius. Yeah, that's it. Wow, I mean, and because it's like as if as we will see as we carry on exploring the Nicene Creed, it is... like Constantine's saying, this isn't an important issue because that's his initial perception of it. But what we're going to see is it is actually the most important issue. Nothing, like John says in 1 John, like this attack on the deity of Jesus is the mark of Antichrist. So that this sense that there's kind of like the Holy Spirit had been warning people about Arius, maybe even before Arius was born.